For once, I made it on time, which is not usually the case. So I want to thank you for coming out this afternoon. This morning, we officially closed the books on fiscal year 2008 in the state of Indiana. We're here to report good news. The list goes on and on. Begins with Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Connecticut, Delaware, the District of Columbia, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, where the governor cut $1.4 billion, $100 million to education, $210 million to social services, $600 million to health care, and still have not balanced their budget altogether. The House is back in session this week, looking to raise taxes to help restore some of those cuts. Iowa, Kentucky, where there's a deficit of $1 to $1.9 billion. Cuts to education, human services, 3% cuts to universities. Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, our neighbors to the north, where they are looking at a rare mid-year tuition rate increase at universities because of a reduction in amounts of tuition support payments in the state of Michigan. Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Nevada, New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey, Ohio, our neighbors out east, where they're facing a biennial budget deficit of $700 million to $1.9 billion. They closed 2 state mental health facilities, eliminating 2,700 state jobs, cut $100 million to education, raiding their tobacco prevention funds, and they're utilizing their rainy day funds to help balance their budget. Oklahoma, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Vermont, Virginia, Wisconsin. In fact, just today, Georgia had their official close as well. And that number that's on there from $550 million has increased another $50 million in just overnight. In each of those states, they're not proud to have their officials close, as we are here in Indiana. That old riddle of what's black and white and red all over is no longer the newspaper there. It is their state's budget because they are soaking in a barrel of red ink. Today, we're pleased to announce the close on the 3rd straight fiscal year with a balanced budget in the state of Indiana. A balanced budget in fiscal year 2008 of $321 million. As we've seen in our neighboring states and the 30 other states across the country, balanced budgets don't just happen by chance. They happen by measures that have been implemented by Governor Daniels to control spending. And because of that, we've achieved sound results. We've reduced the rate of expenditure growth in 2008 from what was expected to be 4.8% to 3.9%. And over the last 3 years, our fiscal year annual spending growth has been held at 2.8%. This compares very favorably to the 8 previous years in Indiana, where it was 5.9%. Compares favorably to the 2008 national average of 5.1%. And the 31-year state average for all states across the country is 6.7%. So holding those expenditure growth to 2.8% is what has allowed us to maintain our positive balance. Our total reserve balance at this point in time now, with $321 million from this year, added to the balance that we had previously, will stand at $1.4 billion. But that still is well within our prudent reserve requirement of 10 to 12%. One of those reasons why it is beginning in January, the state of Indiana will be incurring about $1 billion in expenditures that at this time are a part of local property taxes that will be removed from property taxes, obligations for the rest of school general fund obligations, county welfare, police and fire pension obligations. So it is important that we maintain that healthy balance because we are then underneath that 10% range, but just barely. Not only has the state of Indiana paid back all of the payment delays to units of local government that started in 2002, to cities and towns, school corporations, universities, but at the same time we've made, beginning on July the 1st of this year, made a $470 million advance payment to all counties in the state of Indiana, advancing them monies that we will be collecting, or we anticipate collecting, in sales tax dollars this year. So the state can provide the vital services here at the local level. So we have repaid our debt, but we've also made an advance payment to local government, showing a commitment to the state of Indiana that this administration has to the units of local government across the state. So it's good news. We're on sound financial ground, and we're proud of that fact here in the state of Indiana. With that, I'll take any questions you may have.